All right, this is week 3 of whiteboarding, and William DeFolvio is the interviewer, and I, Joseph Stanfield, is the interviewee. So the problem I have is called counting votes, and I've been hired to write the software to count the votes for a local election. Write a function called count votes that receives an array of unique names, each one representing a vote for that person. Your function should return the name of the winner of the election. In the case of a tie, the person whose name comes last alphabetically wins the election. A dumb rule, but voters don't need to know that. So I didn't see, so I do see where it says unique names. I was going to put it into an array. Well, let's get this written out first. Const count votes. We'll do. It's going to take in. We'll do ES6 here. Just going to take in an array. All right. So I need an array to push into. So const. Let's say array votes is equal to an empty array. And I do need, let's see, I need to push that into, oh, Christopher just mentioned const array notes, array votes. Trying to think what else I would need. I'm gonna need a number, so, or I want to need top votes, which is, I'm assuming, so that would be whoever would win. I don't know what to set that to. Top votes received. Kind of long, but we'll set this to an empty string. I believe that is all I will need. Let's start with for loop. So for loop, I need to be able to let I equal 0. Start at 0. I guess I would need something to add the vote number to for each person. So let's do const a vote count, I guess. It's equal to 0. Let's do 0. It's going to be, so for, I will loop through it as long as I is less than array.length, and we'll continue to go through it. So here, I need to loop through it, get the name, and set the name with the value of 0. But I'm not exactly sure how to, I could put an object around it. I don't know if you could do, if that works like that. So it's going to be, or it would be an array of objects. Am I close here with what I need here? I'm sorry, you're muted, William.
Yes, you're absolutely on the right track.
So here I should, so if it needs a value, it can't be an array. It has to be an object. Okay. So I need to loop through this, so I'm going to have to do an if statement maybe. So if the count, so if the count of the, no, so if Give me just a second. I'm trying to think through it. So I need to iterate through. So I need to iterate through the votes. So how can I do that? So let's do so if they're not, let's do vote count here. And we'll iterate through I'm sure I could use an array method here and it'd be easier. I'm just not sure. Map vote count. Vote count, iterate through vote count. Oh no, I want to iterate. I'm sorry. I need to iterate through array. I don't know why I was thinking. Iterate through array. We'll do votes. I was thinking of the array. So if the array, if not array iterated, I need to make sure, so I need, if they don't have, so I need to add the name to the empty object array votes. And I need to set a value to it.
Okay.
Because right now that's just an empty object.
Correct. So the first thing you need to do is check if that particular name exists inside of your object.
So I would be, so I'd take in the array, iterate through it. So if it'd be dot votes, yes, nope, that would be the, if not array iterated. So I guess I'm on the right track with that. Then I need to set the, so if they're not, if it's not in the array already, I need to set it to my vote count, which would just be 0. So here I would do my vote, I would set the vote count iterated, and we'll set that equal to 0. And then for every vote that they get, you want to go through vote count. For every vote they get, you want to go through a vote count. Iterate through that, and you want to plus. So you want to iterate by 1 for every vote. I believe I'm on the right track here. So after that, I think I still need to. So after I've set the vote count, I need to, what am I thinking here? What am I thinking I need to do next? I'm not exactly sure where to go from here. Any direction you can give me would be nice.
Yes. On line 10, you have vote count with I, but vote count isn't an array. Vote count, remember, is a number.
So vote count's a number, so I would just do array dot, no, what is that? So array I.
Because remember, we're checking to see if the name from the vote array is
Right.
in the object array votes.
We're checking to see if the name in the array is in the objects. So it would be array dot, well, it wouldn't be dot notation here for vote count.
And 7 minutes.
I'm sorry, 7 minutes? Okay. Array I. Trying to think what I need to do here. Array I. So if so right, check. So I'm incrementing. I'm incrementing my vote count. If the array I is equal to 0. So this, I believe, is right. So it's iterating through the array, and if it is there, it equals, it sets a value of 0. So would it be? I feel like it would be vote counts. I don't think I can set vote count to this here. That wouldn't work, would it? Because the for loop is making it difficult. I feel like it'd be easier with like a map or something. Sorry, go ahead with what you were going to say.
Your if statement on line 9, all that if statement is checking is if array at I exists. It's not checking whether it exists inside of the array votes object, which is what you want to check.
Okay. So
on line 9. So inside of that if statement, you need to check if array votes, which is your object, you might want to change the name of that object, but
okay.
If array votes has your array at I. So your array at I is correct, it just needs to be inside of your array votes object. So how would you check to see if a particular key exists inside of it?
Particular key. If I'm drawing, I don't know. I'm drawing blanks right now.
So what you would do is you would have the bang operator, but then you would have array votes instead of array.
So here,
array
votes,
and then bracket, open bracket, and then it would be not curly braces, square brackets.
Yeah. And then here you would use you iterate.
It would be array at I. So
array. Oh, okay. Array.
So now you're checking whether each string exists inside of that object. And then if it does not, on line 10, right now all you're doing, again, is setting array at I equal to 0, but what you want to do is set the array at I inside of that object equal to 0. So basically the same thing that was inside of your if statement.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And then this here is correct, man.
Not necessarily vote count. What you would want to do is that same thing and plus it. So array votes, array at I.
Array votes, array at I.
Plus.
Yep. All right.
So that's going to add them to the objects. And so the first time through, it'll add them to the objects and give them their first vote.
Okay.
And then now you have to do.
I need to probably do inside here, let's see, it's another if. So I have it set. So in there, I pretty much set it to 0, and then as they are given votes, it iterates it by 1. And so now I need to check and see who has the most votes, correct?
Correct.
Right. So with if, how much time do I have left?
About 90 seconds.
About 90 seconds. Awesome. So if array votes array I is greater than vote count. Well, I believe it would be vote count. Well, that's still 0. The current.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh, I need to put brackets in this. All right. So if array votes array is greater than vote count, then we're going to set vote count equal to array votes at array I.
Yep.
And then we just need to log out a winner. So that would be my top vote received. So we would set top vote received equal to, we set that equal to the vote count. And then I guess we could just console log this. This should, I'm doing it on an old replit, so it should, when I run, return Michael. But I get a syntax error. Line 16.
Oh, you have it as a const. It needs to be a let at the top.
Where?
The top votes received, line 5.
Yeah, so it needs to just be a let. Assignment to constant variable vote count at 15.
So same thing, line 6, right underneath it.
Oh, well then they all need to be that. Getting count votes, 14, I is not defined. It is defined. I'm letting it equal 0.
Because that's outside of your loop. Your loop is closing on line 12. It needs to close after that.
Array votes is not defined. Where is this line? 15. Oh, of course, typo. Undefined. All right, I think I went over my time, but if you want to show me what I'm missing here, that'd be
yes.
great.
I believe you need a return statement. You need to return the winner.
Oh, of course.
So your top votes received, I believe, is your winner.
Top votes received.
And so what happened was on your line 16,
Yeah.
top votes received is starting out as a string, but you're setting it equal to the vote count, which turns it into a number. What it needs to be set equal to is to array at I, because you want that the string of the name.
Mary won. How did she? Because I did miss out part of it.
Yes.
Alphabetically wins the election. Something done. Okay, so that would just be a third. That would just be
A third. Yeah, a third else if.
Okay, we can do else if. Else if, and we'll do if array vote at array. Well, I guess I could just use vote count, right?
You know,
I could okay. Array votes I that is
and
equal. Sorry, go ahead.
You're inside of your brackets. You want to go one more out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna set that if that's equal to the vote count. Then we would return. Well, I don't know. I'd have to go through the array, or
so
I have to go
do. Yeah. So to do the setting it to the last alphabetically, you can just do a simple comparison operator, greater than. So you can do an if array at I
is greater
than
the
top
votes
votes received.
Yeah.
And then you do on that same line, top votes received equals array at I.
Top votes received equals array at I. That would work. Cool. So that should be Michael. So him and Mary Tad. Okay, cool. So that is my solution and most of your solution that you helped me with. So thanks, William.
Thank you.
All right. So do you have a better solution with like an array method?
That is basically the solution, except you used a for let loop. And the model solution uses an array dot for each.
Oh man, a for each. That's the array method I was thinking I could have used.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could use a map.
But I probably would have stayed away from using a map because map returns an array.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have to deal with that.
For each is the only array method. Well, the one that doesn't return.
Yeah, it doesn't return anything. It just runs a function.
Man, like I know all of this stuff, but doing these whiteboards is so hard. I did better with Chris's solution, and his is hard as hell. He has that binary tree or whatever, huh?
Yeah, that one is tough. So what about the time and the space complexity of your solution?
Time and space complexity. I stopped recording. No, I did not. No, I didn't stop recording.
No, yeah, you're still going. Time